There's a voice screaming beneath the surface of every startup story you hear, the quiet one nobody talks about, the question pounding at the core, even if it's never spoken out loud. Can a startup really make it, really break through without noise? Without a lineup of headlines, blog posts, podcasts, tweets buzzing like a thunderstorm around it? The truth is, this question haunts every founder who's ever felt invisible, every investor looking for that signal in the static, every professional and leader who knows that sometimes the loudest startups are just the ones who learned how to scream the best. But what happens when your world is silent? When all fireworks and flash fade away and the only thing left is the raw, painful grind of building something real with almost no one watching? Are you doomed to disappear in the dark, swallowed by a world obsessed with noise? Or is there a secret power here, waiting to explode in silence and still shake the world? It's easy to believe that success demands noise, demands buzz, that you have to flood every channel with hype, talent, and the blizzard of attention, or else get drowned out. But here's the brutal electric truth. The noise itself isn't power. Noise is distraction. Fake promises riding waves of empty chatter. The real strength, the kind that never dies, is the power quietly brewing beneath, the ferocious heart of relentless creators, the rare, bold souls who refuse to take the easy route of hollering for attention, who build so solidly, so purposefully, that silence becomes their weapon. This isn't about luck or timing. It's about a kind of relentless authenticity, a fire so raw that it doesn't need applause to burn brighter. The silent startups, the ones building without spectacle, they're often the ones crafting foundations no media blitz can shake. Imagine this. You're working on your startup every day. No trending articles, no big interview invitations, no flashy, almost empty product launches just to sell hype. Nothing but the grind, the hard choices, the tiny wins and crushing risks nobody notices. Does that feel like a trap? It's not. What you're building isn't just a company. It's a fortress of meaning, of impact. How do you do it? By ignoring the noise outside and tuning deeply into your own reality, your customers, your market. Forget chasing viral moments. Focus all your energy on truly solving a problem so raw, so painful, your users can't live without your solution. It's brutal focus, ruthless clarity, obsessively listening, adapting, delivering. The kind of work that disdains shortcuts, the shortcuts that buzz but evaporate. Sound impossible? It's the sharp edge the system doesn't understand because the system lives on noise. It builds metrics, algorithms, viral loops that reward volume over depth. But you, the founder, the investor, the visionary, you live outside this prison of shallow metrics. You see beyond the echo chamber and know that building real value takes time, the kind of time you don't get by chasing headlines. This is where the silent startup thrives. Each line of code, each pixel, each call, each negotiation is a brick, a strong tendril of a network growing beneath the surface. This is where under-the-radar growth becomes unstoppable growth. No spotlight necessary. And here's the painful honesty. Silence cuts deep. It's lonely when the world overlooks your work. It stings when your peers talk about press coverage while you wonder if anyone even remembers your name. It shakes your confidence when growth is hidden, invisible, when every dollar raised doesn't come with a viral announcement. This is exactly why so many give up, turn to noise like a drug, hoping for the quick high of recognition. But those quick highs fade fast. The loudest startups can crash harder because their foundations never grew roots deep enough to hold a storm. Meanwhile, the silent ones are building hidden strength that can outlast every trend, every fad, every fleeting spotlight. The path forward isn't to despair, but to reclaim your power by embracing the silent path fully and fiercely. How? Start by mastering the quiet craft of connection, not with millions, but with the few who matter. Real partners, genuine customers, the right investors who see beyond the press releases, and understand your vision's depth. You don't need a crowd. You need an army of aligned rebels who burn with the same fire, but value your burn exactly because it's silent and unbending. This fierce alignment becomes like a pulse, a quiet but undeniable heartbeat driving your journey. Next, double down on the relentless, sometimes excruciating discipline of the long game. Success isn't a sprint to some buzzy finish line. It's decades of doing the hard work that no one else notices now, but will celebrate later when your startup becomes unshakable. This means embracing patience not as weakness, but as a weapon. It's waiting while others chase quick wins. It's planning in shadows while hype chasers run dry. It's focusing day after day on improving your product, your culture, your resilience. The silent startup's secret is that it values eternity over instant reward. Then there's the mindset that truly separates those who make it in silence from those lost to noise. Radical sovereignty. Own your will, your vision, your truth without compromise. Stop begging for permission or attention from the gatekeepers of media and popularity. Instead, become the gatekeeper yourself for your idea, your product, your impact. When the world says quiet, say loud in meaning. When investors ask for buzz, offer them undeniable proof. When customers look elsewhere, show them why your solution transcends shallow trends. Sovereignty is the fire inside that, once lit, makes silence a fortress and not a prison. Another crucial piece is relentless questioning, not to fall into despair, but to evolve. Question the conventions screaming around you that say, more noise means more success. Question the so-called experts who push marketing stunts over meaningful growth. Question your own impulses to seek applause instead of action. This critical thinking carves a path away from distraction straight into clarity. And in that clarity, you find your unique voice, your lasting foothold. Then comes the courage to be selective, ruthlessly so. Silence grows when the noise fades. That's why it's vital to align with the few who see your vision the way you do. Not thousands, not even hundreds. The right handful who burn harder, renew your energy, offer synergies others miss. This is the underground network the world forgot to build, the community of rare individuals bold enough to keep forging what's next in the dark. You don't join every conversation, you join the right ones. You don't seek millions of followers, you seek lasting partnerships. In silence, opportunity deepens, paradoxically. Without the illusion of constant validation, startups learn to rely on essentials: real users, true feedback, unfiltered truth. This feedback, unpolluted by hype, becomes your compass, your GPS out of the noise jungle. It sharpens your product, tightens your message, aligns your vision with the world's raw demands. This is the profound advantage silent startups wield, the luxury of unbroken focus on real value creation. Here's what can't be stressed enough. Success born from silence demands you be relentless, yes, but also deeply human. The startup is not a product or a pitch deck. It's an extension of your broken, beautiful, unstoppable self. Your fears, your doubts, your fire exist in that silence too. Own it all. Let the quiet moments ground you. Let the absence of noise be the sacred space where your creativity, your resilience, and your stubborn hope grow stronger than any spotlight. And there's something revolutionary about this. By refusing to feed the noise machine, by building purely and unapologetically, you're subverting a system built to filter out the exceptional. You're becoming a signal the world didn't expect. When this happens, you do more than survive. You lead a rebellion of individuals who refuse to be processed, controlled, or silenced by the comfort of conformity. You show that the greatest truth about startups is that real power doesn't come from the loudest echo. It comes from the depth and purity of purpose, carved out in unyielding silence. So when doubt tries to strangle your vision, tell it the silent startup's secret. It's not about the volume of noise you can make, but about the intensity of value you create. Let your work be your voice. Let your results shout so loud they drown out the detractors. When the world asks for noise, give it quiet strength. When it calls for buzz, deliver lasting impact. When it refuses to notice, stay the course and know this. The quiet ones remake the world because they live in a reality no headline can ever capture. No startup ever succeeded by waiting for permission or begging for applause. True success belongs to those who build relentlessly in silence, who find power in obscurity, who craft something so vital it can't be ignored, no matter how quiet the beginning. If this feels like a lonely fight, remember, the rare community waiting in the wings is hungry for just this kind of soul, silent, stubborn, sovereign. This fight is not for the many seeking easy paths. It's for the few who will rise beyond noise to create forever. In that silence lies your revolution.